I think they're releasing the first Star Wars movie that I'm not gonna go to theaters to see since the 1990s when they released the 20th anniversaries back in big screen when I went as a
Is
kid.
there a Star Wars movie coming out?
Yep, that's exactly you don't even worry about it. It's Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie. So they decided they're gonna take that TV series and throw it in theaters, and it looks just as garbagey as the show has become. So,
Golly.
like, they have a little puppet Yoda walk I mean, it's always been a puppet, right? But I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous where they've gone with Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'll ride along. I try to keep up with it, and there's just certain series they have that are awful, and there's moments that are okay, but it's just so bad. I just feel like it's just the worst. Talk about something creative. It's like the worst creatives, man. Like you got all these here we are talking about like self-published writers and people doing creative things like art, whatever. And you got like people making these Star Wars movies, which was set up to win. And it's like when you make George Lucas's prequel trilogy look outstanding, you've really failed. Yeah. Because when that came out, people were like, "These are awful." Now people are like, "These are great." If you mean the prequels are great because the second trilogy, or whatever you call it, is like, dude, that was awful, and that was in theaters, and I hung in there. But like, oh my gosh, the overlap of storyline that looked like you're just copy pasting. And then when it did vary, it varied pretty poorly. Like it went off on a route that it didn't need to go. That was just you make Luke Skywalker look like a bum. That's number one. That's awful. Like that. Why do that? Then you have like all these crazy the Sith thing. I don't know. So now they
I
have
just
all
don't.
these
I don't
shows.
think Star Wars was meant. My thought is, I don't think Star Wars was meant to be expanded. But I've read some of the old books, and I really enjoyed those old
Yeah.
books. So I guess you could, but man, they have totally, yeah, they totally screwed the pooch on those on
Yeah.
all the Disney Star Wars. I think the one where they steal the Death Star plans, Rogue One. I think that one's pretty good. 2070. If I make it to 2077 and Star Wars is in the public domain, I got some great ideas, and I'm gonna do
Yeah.
my own Star Wars thing. But I got to make it to 2077 for it to
Okay.
work
There you go.
to get it in the
I
public domain.
just
So I'm very curious about your beer choice today because you did ask about what beers some of these authors were drinking. So I'm curious if you went back if you're still doing craft or if you got a cider.
we did get a little bit of feedback, like you said. There was a cider answer, and there's a local winery, Harvest Ridge. They have a okay cider, but I did not venture out there to grab it. The other answer was witty enough, but at the end of the day, it was Stella Artois, and I did not go by that either. So I pulled something out of the vault, if you will, versus going to hunt for something that one of our authors from Book Battle had suggested. I pulled out another treehouse. This one's called Chain Reaction. Thought it kind of looked pretty
That's
crazy.
an awesome can.
Yeah, I was like, maybe a chain reaction's going on here from our results from the previous episode, but we'll see. What do you have? Did you somehow go on an adventure and find something?
Here's the thing. I don't really like the cider stuff. I don't think you like the cider stuff, but my wife and I did used to drink it when she was in college, and we really liked that. We had that woodchuck stuff. Have you ever had that with the woodchuck on it? They
I thought that was
used
the
to get.
original.
We used to go in this bar in this basement. And you'd get a pitcher of that stuff for like $3 or something. It was crazy, but they didn't have that. So then I went and bought Stella. But when I came back here, I was putting it in my little mini fridge, and I just saw this bottle in the back of the fridge, and it's a cider.
No
I don't know how
way.
long that I don't know how long this thing's been sitting in there. This is a Cider Boys first press hard cider. So I'm gonna drink this unless, but I have this as my backup
I
because I
like
got
it.
a bad. I don't know how long I've had this. I don't remember buying this. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna drink this.
This is clutch that you have one of each going on here. I was hoping for a little bit
Well,
more feedback, like go hunt down a craft beer, but that works. Let's see the initial reaction.
so good.
So good. It's so good. I know there was a British guy I played rugby with, and he was talking about one of the main ciders over there. It was actually a big name one. I forget now because I don't drink it that frequently, but there was always like drink it on ice, like put ice chips in there, which maybe that's ironic. I don't know how much ice they're using over there in Europe, but I mean it was cider on the ice. I was like, all right, but I don't know sometimes, but I prefer the old barley sodas here. So cheers to this
Cheers. I'm
day's
switching. I'm
adventure.
switching. So we have both started Wickedest of Things. I'm about 280 pages in or something. I mean, they're just getting to the labyrinth. thing where which is the big fun house in the middle of the book. I mean, what are what are your thoughts on the book so far? I think we can have light spoilers if we have a warning, if we put a warning at the
Yeah,
front.
definitely put a warning. I don't know. That's what everybody does. I was clicking around on something somebody shared the other day that was about a book, and I was like, man, there was no like spoiler, but I could tell they just like went full in, like picking things apart, calling things out. I was like, whoa, where was the spoiler alert? So yeah, throw something up, you know. But I am in the 300s, so they're in the labyrinth, but they've already started going through some of the rooms, and then I think the current situation is starting to pick up steam with the AI robot that has now received a new primary program function, sort of by this espionage accident hiccup thing. We've already had some our first kills. So, and I think as you go through and get a little closer, I always assumed there was gonna be some sort of killing in this labyrinth. I didn't actually think it was gonna come from this scenario. When they mentioned the AI, I figured something was gonna happen there too, like some twist where that was gonna be what they were going to end up, what was gonna be hunting them down. I thought it was gonna be more purposeful though, and not sort of like this error. So that's kind of a twist on its own. This error that's led to this labyrinth being like dangerous because starting the book, I was really gung ho about.
And you think it's going to be like a puzzle, like he's going to have to get into these rooms, he's going to have to figure his way out of them, you know?
I thought it was gonna be like a Hunger Games too, where they're like killing each. I thought I went way darker. I think from the beginning of this book, like I didn't think it was just like a corporate like trust game. Let's solve some puzzles. I thought this whole book was set up for like no, this whole labyrinth's dark. Like, and somehow this big corporate tech company hides the killing that occurs in these labyrinths. I don't know, but then it ends up being like a mistake that's making this labyrinth so deadly, if
It's
you will. Versus,
kind of like Jurassic Park where the Nedry guy is stealing the DNA and then he like causes all the stuff to go down. I mean, it
yeah,
kind of felt like that. Like he was kind of the Nedry guy. Now
you're
I
right.
will
That's a good analogy, man. I don't, I mean, I'll take that one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was definitely using it for structure because they even have that scene like from Jurassic Park where where Nedry meets that guy at that like island bar
You shouldn't use my name.
Dodson, Dodson, we've got Dodson here. Nobody cares.
and he has
Yeah.
the shade. They actually have like a scene that's just like that in this book at that like Chinese restaurant or whatever. I mean, my thoughts have not changed much. I do think he needs to cut some things out, but it's going. I'm glad I'm finally getting to the labyrinth because I was definitely like getting to be like, come on, man, like let's go, let's go, let's get to the fun house, you know.
I'm tracking you. I think everything I'm reading, I'm not like once I've read it, I'm like, no, I get why it's taking time. It's definitely taking some time with the story. So I could see where if I put this down because I'm a little bit of a slower reader, I would be nervous that because the length of it and getting going, I could see where it could sit for a while and then I'm not sure I'd pick it back up. So I'm glad that I'm encouraged to keep going because I'm still enjoying the story. There are some differences than I had originally predicted. As I said, I really thought there was going to be a darker situation with the labyrinth from the get go, like planned out, not by error, if you will. So I don't
Right.
know, but I'm intrigued to see where it goes. Kind of like I don't know if there's any other twists here, and I still got
Gonna
300.
be a twist.
Wow.
I think there's definitely be a twist. I think honestly, this is gonna sound like it's totally out of left field, and you're a little bit further along than me. I think the guy Reed is a robot. I think the guy Reed is a robot,
Uh,
which sounds
you're
crazy, but I think the guy Reed is a robot.
huh. Well, I don't know, like that. Yeah, that would blow my mind. I think the twists are going to be something like this. There's a chance that the I don't know how much we're giving away here. There's a chance that the Wyatt character, who is sort of reprogrammed this AI, is going to. I don't know. I think he's about to get killed, and if he dies, then he's the only one that the AI is going to listen to. And
Which
so
is
he's the one.
exactly what happened. Whether
Yeah,
it's
so if
like
he's
only
gone,
Nedry can get
nobody can
Jurassic.
save it. So then the puzzle becomes how does Reed and Essen survive this? Is it Essen? Is that how you pronounce her name? I have no idea.
Oh,
But
I think so.
I mean, like, I guess the twist is that's my thing is like, I'm thinking the twist now is like, okay, he dies, nobody can stop the killer AI, and that becomes this issue. I guess I kind of anticipated these people dying, so I guess now what happens? Like, we just watch that play out over 300 pages. So, not that that's not like intense or interesting, but how's it handled? Or do the main characters die off, or is Reed a robot? You know?
Let me tell you kind of why I think that. I
Yeah,
mean, it's just for one thing, he's got the perfect memory, and he kicked it right off with the robot guy right at the beginning, and they seem to be simpatico a little bit. You know what I mean? Because he meets the
yeah,
android robot guy, and they're definitely like they seem like they're talking the same language, and also. The thing with the wife, no one knows anything about the wife. He's like, I didn't know you were married. I didn't know you were married. I didn't know you were married.
no,
That feels like a memory implant robot thing. I'm being like I said,
like
it's totally out of left field.
He's AI himself. After the accident, they used his body to make it, android-esque, you know?
I think he's a programmed robot. That's my guess. But I
I
don't
mean,
know. I don't know. But I do think they're definitely gonna have a twist here. Because otherwise you can't just do Jurassic Park in a labyrinth, which is what it kind of feels like so far. It feels like Jurassic Park, but instead of that, it's like at a corporate retreat at Google. Like that's
yeah.
what it is.
I mean, there's people are starting to die, but, like,
Right.
it's almost like it feels predictable right now. So, like, is there gonna be something else that happens that allows you to predict something else? Kinda like, is this guy a robot or something? I'm not convinced there's that amount of, like, suspense on, like, I think the suspense is the story as it's laid out. How are they gonna not die in this situation? How are they gonna stop the AI robot, So, are they gonna be able to survive? I mean, I don't think they're gonna get killed off, but, like, are they gonna kill, like, some of the main are they gonna kill everybody except Reed's team? I think they're gonna let is it Aster? Is that the guy, the programmer of the
Yeah. Well, he's I don't know, man. I think he's toast.
maybe that'll supposed to be a sad scene where the robot kills him and he feels, like, real sensitive, like, "Oh, no, my baby, you're killing me," and something
I
like
think
that.
he's toast, man. I think he's toast. I think you just nailed it on the head, actually. I think that's exactly what we're gonna get.
So, I don't know, then, like, Fozzie has to, like, clean up the whole situation, sweep it under the rug, you know?
Dead too. He's not gonna make it either.
He's dead too? Oh,
He's
man.
dead too.
Yeah,
He's dead
probably.
too.
Alright, so we got Reed and Essen living. That's probably predicting the end is probably a good thing there to talk about, including that.
It's kind of fun to predict the ending because we'll see how wrong I am, which I could be wrong. I mean, I'm probably am wrong, but
The robot thing, I think if you think about how he can't really remember why, like, if it's his fault or not there was a car crash, I think that's curious. And, like, is there implant? Is he AI? What's there? Like, some form of that? That's a very creative twist. I just don't know.
it explains the memory thing, which the
Yeah,
memory thing just makes no sense. But if you do that, well, all of a sudden the memory thing makes a lot more sense. And also, he's going through the corporate headquarters for his tours, and they're all like, "Oh, you're the memory guy. Oh, you're the memory guy." It's like, dude, this guy has a perfect memory. He should be all your bosses. Like, what? This
yeah,
is silly. He should be like landing, spaceships on the moon. Like,
right.
he has a perfect memory. He's designing video games. I think he's I don't know. I think he's a robot. I think he's a robot. I could be wrong. I think he's a robot.
I'm not sure I would have came to that, like, guess, but I'm intrigued by that too. I'm intrigued, and I'm curious to see how, like, if there's something there, man, I don't know, like, I'm gonna buy you a beer for the show. It's like, I don't know, like, whatever.
It's a
You a beer,
segment.
man.
We
That's
could
a
call
whole
this a
thing.
segment. This could be Pete's theories. My theories
Pete's
about the
theories. From Future, Pete's theories. Now, I like the future of Book Battle, and I hope those that have watched are excited about it, and that we can come up with a stronger bracket round system in the future without overly complicating it. I think highlighting the book's important for the self-published author.
obviously I made a little boo boo during the show as we explained last time. But um sort of what happened after the show is that in the morning we were planning on reading Whispers of the Storm, and then we were going to read Wickedest, and then we were going to read Carousel. So I actually bought Whispers of the Storm thinking that it had won. So
No.
whether he moves on or not, he's still he still sold the book.
Well, what do you
But
mean whether he moved on or not?
well, I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna talk about it. What I mean, I feel like in my head that we were gonna have three. I mean, We could do 4. We could do 4, but I did have in my head that we were gonna do 3. But, I mean, what are your thoughts on kind of expanding our list, or should we just pick 1? I mean, because 'cause I'll tell you, I have now it's because when I did my list, it was kind of we were trying to rank all these things, but now we're kinda back to another binary choice again. It's this or this. And
Yeah.
sort of at the end of that show, it got cut 8 points, Wickedest of Things 9 points, and Carousel 11 points. So Carousel, Wickedest of Things, Whispers of the Storm, those 3 are moving on to the next round. We're gonna read the whole books. We're gonna buy them too. We're gonna spend money. We're gonna
Yeah.
read them. We're gonna critique them. It's gonna be great. Everybody else has been eliminated, but I'm probably still gonna read that Bigfoot one at some point.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that.
But I mean, I remember when we announced our winners, I was like, I'm probably still going to read that Bigfoot one. And I was like, would I still want to read the Whispers one if the Whispers one didn't win, Because the Bigfoot one just has that better hook on it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, not to kill the drama here, but I'm thinking I want to read the Bigfoot one. After having a week to think about it and stew over it, I think I want to read the Bigfoot one. Even though I bought the Whispers one and I probably will read it at some point, I think I wanna read that Bigfoot one, man. I wanna know what happened in the woods. It's kinda my thought.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. It's a tough decision. Sort of starts to put this tiebreaker discussion in a hard place, because both were good and we were excited about both, but we had the winner and then we found out we actually had the tie. So, I don't know. I feel like a little bit removed from them already, even though it's only been a few weeks to like debate really hard about it. But
Oh, I
I
don't
think
really wanna debate them. I mean, I feel like we've
debate it,
debated
just
them
like
to
what are we going
death.
for? Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess the whole book battle's been that. So this episode's a little bit of reprieve from the debate. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, honestly, I mean, if you had to ask me, I mean, my choice between the two would probably be the one that I'm holding in my hand right now, considering I have it on paper print.
We should cheers both. I Know What I Saw and Whispers of the Storm. Whispers of the Storm is a tough cut, man.
Yes.
Of the Storm is a tough cut. I wanted to keep that one going. It was my number 2, but I
I'm
just
crying
felt
over it.
like I know, it's just the other one had the hook, man. This is all about the hook. But
The hook.
cheers to both.
Cheers. Great job.
That's it for this week. If you want to play along, you'll need to like and subscribe and purchase our 3 finalists, which are Carousel, Wickedest of Things, and I Know What I Saw, which just refuses to stay dead. Our next show is probably going to be a mid book review of I Know What I Saw, but we honestly haven't decided yet. We'll see you in a couple weeks.